is our next video, which is unlike any other video. And we call this video
Couples Therapy. And it's about fighting when, like, you know, every couple has fights. But when you're having fights when your woman, your fiance, your wife is pregnant, you gotta really learn how to bite your tongue. Sure, her emotions can go up and she can get mad pretty easy over like really small things.
No, I stand my ground sometimes. Sometimes I let it go. You just gotta figure it out, you know?
And
I could be happy 1 minute, like extremely happy, and then something so small can just, I don't even know like how to explain it. Like you don't, it's like you have no control over your emotions when you're pregnant. Like something so small can like, that wouldn't normally bother you, can extremely pee you off to no end.
And when we're fighting, or when she's pissed at me, I don't want that fighting. I'm somebody that doesn't like to fight. So when it gets there, like if I'm retaliating and I'm like, I just said enough's enough, and I just start defending myself, or I feel like I'm gonna just share my point with it, it can get really intense.
She got so mad at me. She was like, you know, you can just sleep downstairs.
A lot of the time it's like you try to see things from your partner's point of view or perspective, but sometimes, you know, you trying to get them to see it from your perspective can frustrate not only you, but it can frustrate the other person as well, because they're not exactly sure how you're feeling. I'm
concerned about the baby. Like, you know, even though like in heated arguments things are being said, and like, you okay?
I'm like yawning for no reason. Like, no, it's not, you're not boring, I promise.
Yeah, like things can like be said, and like I said, I'm worried about the child, and I don't want to get her stressed out. But like, you know, sometimes you, as a guy, I feel like I can't do things right because it's not what she wants. And like I said, she's emotional, so yeah, they can start like a lot of arguments. Like we had an argument while we were camping over toothpaste. It was like $1 toothpaste, and I didn't put the cap on it, or the cap was lost, and we seriously got in an argument over it. Like she was like legitly pissed. And then when she's really mad, I'll just kind of like laugh. Like that's how I deal with it. I'll just laugh it, kind of like let it go. But then because I'm laughing, it gets bigger and bigger, and then it's like, oh my God, why are we fighting over this? I think that argument was like about a half.
Since I know he can think of 100, I'm gonna point out 2 that I can remember of him.
Here we go!
Because I know he's got 100 of me, which I know. But I mean, especially if you pick small battles, like you don't even have to pick a battle. It doesn't have to be a battle per se. You could just say something that, you know, makes the other person feel uncomfortable. Like if you make a comment about weight on a person, and you know, pregnant women usually feel like their body is less than, and it makes them feel really insecure. They feel bigger. They don't feel proportionate. They don't feel like themselves. And we've gotten into a couple fights about that.
Yeah, just say the argument. Like it was a crazy argument. It was like 2 days, and the minute I said it, I knew it. Girl that I know, we ran into. She's really thin. She has a drug habit. She doesn't know this. Like, you know, we just ran into her.
Yeah, this is all before I had known any of that.
And every time I run into her, I tell her, you know, you got to eat something. You're really thin. I just kind of bust her ass about eating because, like, she's always thin. And we ran into her. Now, what happened? What did I say?
We ended up walking up, and he made the comment. He looked at her and said, you know, you look really thin. And then she had turned around and said, you know, your girlfriend's really thin as well.
Yeah.
And he made the one comment of, not as thin as you. And I think that saying was just, it's one of those things where you didn't mean for it to come out the way it did, but it did.
Like there's a story behind it, but the minute I said it, I'm like, okay, she's pregnant. She's pregnant at the time too. And I said it, and I was like, oh man, this is not cool. And actually, it lasted for about 2 days.
2 days or so, yeah.
2 days.
I even, like, I would poke little jabs, which I know is not the best thing to do, but I would poke jabs at it, like,
just make me feeling bad.
We'd be on the computer and I'm like, so do you think she's thinner than me too? And it was just like consistent, like on and on.
2 days.
But another thing I can say that where you got mad, this was in your case.
Okay.
Where, because I have 900,000 of them. Radio stations. You got mad at me because I have my radio set to a certain way in my vehicle, and he likes his music.
Yeah, but you weren't pregnant. You weren't pregnant.
Yes, I was.
Okay.
It was 4 weeks.
Oh, okay.
I was early in the pregnancy. I don't even know, I think we were going to an appointment of some sort.
Anyways.
Something like that. And I put on a radio station, and he turns around and he got mad because he says that I never let him listen to his music, and it's always my pick. The harder they come, the harder they fall. And that battle went on for the whole ride home. And
well, you see, this is the thing with me. Like, if something bothers me, I won't say nothing, and because I don't consistently want to nag and consistently want to get in a fight, so I hold it, and I'll hold it, and I'll hold it, and there's like maybe 3 or 4 things. And then it's just as simple as the radio station. And it's just like, I have a collection of things and I snap. You know, we're all human beings. And you know what? We're all gonna snap. The thing is, the secret is try to get out of it as fast as possible. Do not drag it on. You know, when we fight, you know, you give me about 10 minutes and I'll constantly go up to her, like, I'm sorry. You know, just because I don't want to fight.
I can hold a grudge for days.
I don't want, and I know that. She will hold a grudge until I go up to her. And then she makes me kind of, you know, kiss her ass a little bit.
I do not make you kiss my ass.
You roll over and then I got to cuddle you. And
I don't make you kiss my ass.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
I don't make you kiss my ass. You do it because you know I'm mad and I'm trying to prove my point of simple giving me a kiss isn't going to make it all better.
Yeah.
I try to get my point across. Yeah, I'm pissed.
It takes work. It takes work. It takes work. Now listen, this is the thing. Some pregnant women are more moodier than others. You know, I'm just assuming.
Some are more tired than others too, apparently.
But, you know, the thing with this is that as a guy, you really gotta step back a little bit and pick your battles, eh? I always say that. Pick your battles. You know, like, if you're gonna make this work and you honestly care about the other person, who gives a shit about, like, a cap on a
And
toothpaste?
gentlemen, another thing is that now you might not think so because you don't really, I don't know, for whatever reason, a girl likes it when you come up and you say hi to the baby. You touch her stomach, you say hi to the baby.
Yeah.
Lets you know that he's a part of it. You know, she loves that kind of thing. She loves when the guy is there.
I do it, but I don't do it as much.
Yeah, he doesn't do it as much.
And she gets upset about it. So, you know, I try to do things. Sometimes even if you don't want to do something, just do it. You know, keep it simple. Like I said, choose your battles. I don't want to fight with my woman here. You know, she's pregnant. You know, I love her very much.
And, like, I don't want to fight with the father of our baby because of the fact that, like, I know that the baby can hear us and I don't want them being born into a stressful environment.
That's true. Like, we are really trying our best. Because, again, we're human. People fight. You know, you're with someone 24/7. Like, we're sarcastic with each other and we have fun with each other. And then there's that point. It's just like, okay, not funny no more.
Yeah, you could be sarcastic the whole day, but then there's a time of the day where it just gets, where you could say something being jokingly, the other person all of a sudden just stops, takes it personally, it turns into a fight. It wasn't meant to turn out that way. It's just, and after that you need to say, okay, enough sarcasm, enough joking around, we need some serious time together.
Being older than Kayla.
Nothing wrong with me. Nothing wrong with me.
I've had some experiences with relationships and fighting, and I just know where I don't want to be. Does that make sense? I know where I don't want to be, you know, because obviously I'm with Kayla. That tells you that those relationships do not last, and I had a big part with me fighting and being the man and standing up for small shit. So let things go. Take a time out. When you're heated, And if he says something to you that's hurtful, or she says something, just walk away.
Try not to retaliate
Try
with
not to
something meaner,
retaliate.
because it could be something that could be detrimental to the relationship.
Yeah. And you don't want to break up over stupid shit, right? So yeah,
Like,
I don't know if this is gonna help anybody, but just to let you know, we're just like everybody else.
for an example, it's so common now, when girls are worried about their men cheating, you know, it's best if the guy doesn't say, I'm gonna go cheat on you then, because you seem to think I'm going
I never say that.
No, he's never said that.
I don't. I'm faithful.
I will say he's never said that.
I never say that. I never
No.
play with that stuff.
I will say that he's never said that, but I've heard it in so many relationships where they're like, well, I kept accusing him, and so he said he was going to cheat on me. That makes it worse. Telling her you're going to cheat on her makes it worse.
Yeah, because it's in her head.
So don't retaliate with anything stupid. Just say, okay, you know what? I'm going to go over there. Or you know what? You're right, and walk away.
Yeah.
Because then she'll start to feel bad. She'll see.
Yeah, but just like for the record, I want to make sure that people know that I don't do that.
No, he's never done.
I'm a
Joe has
faithful
never
guy.
once said he would
I'm
ever cheat on
a faithful
me.
guy.
Many times as at the beginning of the relationship, even up until this point where I've said, you know, do you think she's better looking than me? You know, he's never once said that I'll cheat on you if you keep accusing me of it. I'll do it. He's never once said anything remotely close.
I think her insecurities talk about like, would you leave me with someone else? Like, is she prettier? And you know, I get kind of tired of it. I really do, because it's like, no, I would never. I mean, I find you beautiful, and I find you more beautiful that you're pregnant, because you're actually holding my child.
See, I just don't feel that way, because like I feel like a walrus, to say the least, because it's like I'm always like, I don't know, I feel like I put on weight in the face, in the stomach, in the legs. I'm constantly like moody and just saying, oh, can you grab me this? You know, I can't get up right away. You know, it's hard for me to get up as quick than before. Like, I can't just jump up and do things.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm just a nag sometimes, where I'm just like, can you get this for me? You know, can you?
It's okay. I don't mind it. I don't. And sometimes if I make a joke about it, about me doing it, she could take it the wrong way, right? You've taken it the wrong way. So you just got to be careful. You got to be sensitive, you know. And like I said, I'm not perfect. I wish I was, but I'm not. But I try my best.
It's hard for the girl too, as well.
And she tries her best too.
Yeah, I think it's hard for a girl because she doesn't understand that a guy can't feel the baby move and all that other stuff, and isn't growing. So
I understand that.
So she doesn't really understand what you mean when you say certain things or when you do certain things. She's sitting here thinking, "I'm carrying your child. How could you?"
Yeah.
But she doesn't see from his point of view that he's not. He doesn't see you in a different light. He doesn't feel what you feel.
Yeah. So like, as a guy, I would say, you know what? If you're moody, you know, just shut up, man. You know, like, just bite your tongue, because you know she's pregnant and she's going through her own thing.
But you know what? If you can't bite
work
your tongue,
on it, man.
Walk away. If you can't
work
bite your
on
tongue,
it, because you know what? You're gonna lose your woman, and you might even lose your kid. Like, not lose your kid, but have that contact every day, because you know breakups happen, and I don't
want to lose someone over something.
We don't want to. We don't want that. So be careful what you say. Walk away, and just as a guy, remember that she's pregnant. She's going through a lot of crap, and you know, bite your tongue. Do something nice.
It only lasts for 9 months.
Yeah.
For the most part, for most of it, a lot of the you know, anger and moodiness will start to pass. But, you know, while you have to deal with it, just grin and bear it and think, you know, I'm doing it for this child. Yeah. You know, that's all that matters.
We could have rehashed a lot of fights that we have, and we were going to, but I think this is pretty much what we wanted to say.
Pretty much. I mean, you could rehash all we want, and I don't think it would prove any points other than what we've already said.
It's not worth it. Let it go. Move on. Save it for the next fight. Right?
Or put it on camera. So we have something to watch on YouTube. That's always fun.
There it is.
Seen a lot of those lately.
All right. Well, that's what we had to say. Take care. See you next time.
Bye.
Kissy. Love you.